Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have video evidence it was not snowing literally a minute ago. Spug, I've been thinking we could take our friendship to the next level. We have a shared interest. You know, I have a weak spot for handicrafts. This is my best attempt to convert you to my craft happy ways, covered in glue gala. I mean, I like crafting things. I like making things. An old sewing machine. I actually want a sewing machine. I just don't have anywhere to currently set one up if I did have one, so it wouldn't do me much good to have one, but I would kind of love a sewing machine. Like, I enjoy sewing. I just don't really have the materials or tools to do it. As in, I literally don't even know where a needle is at the moment. We had one in a pretty findable spot for the longest time. It's gone now. It got moved somewhere and not put back. That's just how this house works, though. Zoop, swarm yourself up, King. Let's check. Sure, it's gonna be gone before you know it. Ready to give 2025 a solid send-off, King? You know I am. Not that 2025's been a bad year for me. If anything, it's been a pretty good year. Coming into this year, just for some context, I was probably about 220, 230 pounds. I'm now 195. So I've lost a good little chunk of weight. I'm feeling better about, you know, my body. I'm still not happy with it. I still don't like seeing this. I don't think I ever will. But I'm getting better about it. I think I like maybe a little shorter on the beard, but I think I like where I've got my beard at. You know, I'm getting there. I've also, like, it's very much a case of not only did I reconnect with an old friend this year, but I've also made some new friendships that, like, feel so much more real than the ones I lost last year. So, like, love that. The funniest thing is one of my ex's friends is still friends with me on Facebook. Because she wanted to be friends with both of us on Facebook. So, not my ex, this friend of hers. So, yeah. I don't even know if they're still friends. I couldn't really care. But yeah, this year's been quite fun. It's also been a reminder to myself of the things I need to do if I want to do more than one type of video. Because, like, I know I talked about this before, but just coming to that realization again of, like, I need to give myself a solid deadline for extra videos, or I'm just never going to get them done on time. Because I will procrastinate. I will. Which is where I'm just going to, for the next year, probably cut them. I'm just going to move to streaming a lot more, and that's going to happen post-New Year's. As in, literally, January 1st is going to be the beginning of my new stream schedule, which is going to be Monday through Saturday with Sundays off. Now, the time I will be live on Monday through Saturday may fluctuate. I'm going to be trying to manage my times alongside my responsibility modding for Ruby, because I don't want to let them down. And I know if I were to say that to them, they would probably tell me, it's fine, I can do my own thing, but I like being there to mod for them. At the very least, I might, like, try to find a way to basically keep their stream open so I can keep an eye on their chat and still moderate the chat while not being able to interact with the stream itself. I might see about doing that, because I have the screen real estate. I could do it. Sparkles, shoot. It's just too cold out there. Let's talk. So I am up for the new year. We're gonna have a blast at the countdown party on the 31st in the plaza. It's gonna go all night. Yeah, and I'm gonna tap out a little after midnight, if I'm honest, because I gotta do that 2 nights in a row. And I've gotta be up in time to mod for Ruby's stream same day. I have a lot going on New Year's, but yeah. I'm also going to be, and I'm announcing this kind of early in the video so that people hopefully see it, I'm going to be reopening a public-facing Discord server for this community. For those who use Discord to come chill, hang out, and just kind of talk with each other and me whenever I'm in there doing stuff. I have it almost completely set up. Almost. There's just a couple things left I need to do, namely preemptively ban people if I can find a way to do that. The only way I can find to do that officially within Discord requires them being in the same server as me somewhere. And yeah, that's not something that's happening. So, I may not be able to, but I might just set it up so that, like, there's a waiting period of, like, 12 hours before people can chat without me manually giving them a role. That might work. That way, like, no matter what happens, I can make sure these people can't cause problems. I'm in the middle of something right now. What you up to? I'm currently crafting an illuminated trees. See what I do at it. DIY's a to learn by doing. Totally obsessed with it. Yeah, I'll learn how to make one. I also need to get back to, like, making emotes and stuff. The problem I'm running into is that currently my art tablet does not work. Like, legit, it just does not work. Its cable frayed right at the neck, just like a lot of old cables did. Which is another case, especially where it's a micro USB, of I really do wonder what people were doing to their micro USB cables to cause them to, like, the cable, it's like the connection itself to fail before the cable does. They would have had to have been plugging in and unplugging those things an absurd amount of times. Especially because, like, our PS4 uses micro USB, because the PS4 does. That cable is still perfectly fine. Now, our PS4 has not seen the absolute most use. Definitely the PS2 and PS3 saw more use. But the cable's still like 100%, you know? Duskwalker, warm yourself up, Fagoo. I don't need to warm up. This year's gonna be gone before you know it. Ready to give 2025 a solid send-off, Fagoo? Yeah, I am. And it's mostly because I'm curious to see how next year's gonna go. I am also... I'm going to be, for the remaining streams of this year, be experimenting on Twitch with some automatic ads. I'm doing this as an experiment to see if it meaningfully changes my income at all. Because as it stands, you know, I might actually carry that test on into, like, the end of January. As it stands, based off of the pre-roll ads that I cannot turn off unless I run 3 minutes of ads. I think it's 3 minutes every frickin' hour, basically. It's like a minute and a half every 30 minutes to keep them off. Spug, hey, nice to see you. Let's talk. Struggling to come up with last-minute dinner plans, Snorty. Yeah, I feel that. So, I'm experimenting with having it set so there's an ad break every hour that is 30 seconds long. Now, I really wish that I could have it set up so that the ads play immediately an hour after I start the stream. You can't do that on Twitch, and it's very annoying. Hey there, my fabulous bestie. You love hanging out at my place today. Twinkles. It's the latest. For a professional level singer like me, that air conditioner is a lifesaver. Last thing I can afford is for my throat to get overheated while I'm doing my vocal exercises. I am not singing that. Yeah, these pipes of mine are a golden ticket to stardom, so they need all the fresh, cool air they need. Well, they get all the fresh, cool air they need. It's very fair. And apparently also a sandwich. Sandwiches are pretty good. But, yeah, I'm experimenting because at the moment, per month, I make about $1.50 on ads. If I can even just double that, that's not bad, you know? But I do hate running ads is the problem. Which is where, like, I basically just want to get to the point where I can maybe a couple times a year be getting a Twitch payout, which is about $50 US. That's basically what I'm after. Because that would basically fund new games I'm interested in. And that's literally all I'm looking at it as. Like, that is a way to basically fund doing new things on the channel. All of it will be going right back into the channel because I'm doing it to fund things for the channel. I'll go with these shoes. And like, yeah. Steven, I just want to say thank you for always being there to help Label. She talks about you all the time, you know, says the outfits you pick out are always super inspiring. As she runs back here and starts sketching furiously. It's wonderful to see. Thanks so much for all three of us. Thank you from the roots of my quills. It does make me wonder what the Twitch CPM is. Because I've not seen that listed anywhere. But like, I average less than 3 viewers at a time per stream. I get more total, but like at a time, I average about 3. A little less than 3. You're told Blast Glimmer, let's talk. All the amazing discoveries I make on my walks, some cute flowers and places to hide things. It's very fair. And you got Norma around here. Where did she go? Norma! There she is. She is on a mission. Norma! Nice running into you, Fagoo. Let's chat. I like to drift off and watch the snowflakes fall from the sky. That's a mood. It's very much a mood. Yep, lost item. Well, let's start with Norma. Did you drop this? Is this yours? This is hers. Belong to Pinky. Okay. I gotta go back that way anyway, so it's fine. I'll probably build the snowman. I'm not sure yet, honestly. Might build another wonky one. And how are you, Fagoo? It's the latest. Getting some fresh air always puts me in a good mood, Fagoo. It's very fair. But yeah, I'm gonna be experimenting with that. I will say, completely honestly, if I somehow start getting people, like, subscribing to my Twitch, that's gonna completely go away. One person subscribing every month would completely negate, like, would basically be doubling my monthly income. Because I get half of a Twitch sub, which, you know, pretty sure it's 50% I get from Twitch subs. I'm gonna actually double check that right now. Pretty sure it's 50% though. And then for partners, it's a 70-30 split. Analytics, payouts. Is it payouts? Earnings. Earnings? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I get a 50-50 split. So, based on that, if I hop to my channel here, that means that a singular gift sub, I would get about $4. So that would literally, where I get about $1 to $2 a month. Like my December earnings are $1.82 from November 29th till December 27th. I have made $1.82. That would double what I'm already getting. On top of what I'm already getting. I just tried to pick up the flowers with X. My brain is still trained on the older games. I really hope they go back to the older system for a new game. That is one quality of life feature I wish they would add with the update coming in frickin' January. Is just being able to pick up flowers. And I would be annoyed by it, but I'd be okay with it if it was you can only pick up flower buds. So you have to pluck the flower first. Because at least on days like today, I could just walk through and pick up, pick up, pick up. You know, you could pick up all of these instead of having to dig them up. Which would be so nice. Okay, let's go give Pinky her lost item. Actually, I'm going to identify fossils first. Then I'm going to go sell things. Then I'll go give her her lost item. And I may as well also do a little Pokemon ZA yapping. Nothing like majorly spoilery. I just wanted to give an update that I have reached... Well, we all know Mega Evolution's in the game. I have reached Mega Evolution. That should tell people who play the game roughly where I am. I have reached Mega Evolution. I've done the side quests that follow that. And I've moved on to the next big main story thing that's not involving Mega Evolution. And I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in the bottoms in that game for like outfits. And I say this because there is like a ton of like leggings and stuff, right? The only proper skirt option is a skirt with leggings. Completely kind of negating the point of leggings. I mean, yeah, you could wear them with shorts or the skirts, but it's a little disappointing. And like that's not terribly spoilery to say because, well, it's just fashion stuff. Presumably at some point DLC will probably add more. I have purchased the DLC. I was gonna wait until I finished the game, but I figured I would purchase it before I forgot and spent all the money I had. So. I also picked up a bunch of more games on Steam. Like, I have the original Hades now, which is going to be a stream series. I have, I mean, can I filter by, like, newest purchased? I cannot. Or recent activity. That might be close. Yeah, that's close. Because I don't think I installed everything, but... Oh no, I must have. Yeah. Reading through, yes. I got Dead Estate, which... that art style feels like it's targeting me. Like... oh boy. Whenever I enter that shop, the shop in that game and see the shopkeep, I need a minute. Especially in the frickin' rain. That just feels like it's targeting me. I also picked up RuneScape Dragonwild, because I like RuneScape. And that just felt like a good purchase choice. Because it's not, like, fully there yet. But it's in active development. It's probably going to go up in price as time goes on. It was on sale. And, you know... yeah, I know it's very cool. Well, I mean, everyone seems to think it is. But, yeah. So far from what I've heard, the gameplay loop is good. It's basically the RuneScape gameplay loop, but in a survival game. Ever. Should give you in return. I know. Furniture. Here it is. It's a mama bear. Pretty fab, right? I mean, yeah. I like teddy bears. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be finding many bugs today, so I don't think we're going to be able to sell anything to Flick. But I can clean up these flower paths again. So I need to clean them up tomorrow, too. Oh, there's my shovel. I knew it was getting close. I should have just sold it. Got more money that way. Saved some money, really. But, yeah, I am excited to play just Dragon Wilds. I might see about maybe doing, like, a series on it. Maybe. Because, like, it does seem like it could be kind of fun, but it is a survival game, meaning it's very open-ended. There is no real end point. Especially at the moment, because it's not finished. They've only just added steel equipment, I believe, which, like, I love that a non-RuneScape player would not totally understand that, I don't think. Yeah, December 2025 was farming and steel. Quarter 1 will be fishing and mithril. Quarter 2 will be prayer and adamant. Quarter 3 will be agility and runite. Which, you know, isn't the worst progression to be going on. I mean, I've yet to even find iron, well, copper even. And 1.0 will apparently be the end of 2026. And then they'll be doing more stuff. And, like, what I've played of it, which admittedly has only been about half an hour, and I skipped the tutorial, because I've played survival games before. It's rather fun. It's very RuneScape. Everything you do earns experience. Every level you get slightly better at doing that thing. I think, honestly, my only main complaint is, like, how quickly they throw the Ghost Speak amulet at you. Like, I do really feel like that should be, like, a later game thing to get a Ghost Speak amulet. They also still very much, just based off of the materials they're adding, they probably still need to work a lot more on magic and ranged. It does sound like they're going very hard into melee to start, but if 1.0 is 2026, then presumably the other armors are being added, it's just they're not part of the roadmap? I don't know yet. Because that was always one of my biggest issues with RuneScape back in the day, was as a free-to-play player, your option for mage armor was blue robes. Your option for ranged armor was hard leather. Well, studded leather. I mean, you had a few weapon options, except if you were doing magic, in which case, basic rune staves. It was definitely very restrictive. I do wish it had a RuneScape type unlock menu when it comes to like crafting, so you could hover over each level and see what you'll get in its entirety for being that level of crafting. Assuming the levels even matter. They might not matter. I don't know. I've not really progressed enough to figure that out. I will be playing more of it. I'll also probably be playing some Dead Estate at some point. Probably on stream. It's definitely a game I could stream because, like, it's a roguelike. And again, Hades is going to be something I'm going to stream. I'd wanted to pick up Hades 2 a while back because it was on sale, and I was basically told, yeah, you should really play and get the true ending of the first Hades first, because Hades 2 picks up literally right after that ending. So, now, I'm only doing that mostly because I just feel like doing it. Honestly, I do feel like it's a test of any game to pick up the sequel and see how well everything makes sense. Because if nothing makes sense from having not played the original, that's a problem. Your sequel should always be understandable to a new player. Because your sequel is going to be somebody's first experience with your world, with your IP, and if it doesn't make sense, what they're going to take away from that is that it doesn't make sense. Basically, they're going to come away with a very negative impression because, well, you've left them no choice by feeding them something that makes no sense. I should probably move off of this Steam store page because it's playing a video on loop that's clearly having a bit of impact on my computer. Also, man, I'm so freaking tired. I did not sleep well last night. I'm definitely going to bed early tonight. I looked over and saw blue at the bottom of my screen, and I'm like, wait, message? No. No. No message. Wait, hold on, boys. Hold on. Hold on. I need to step back outside a second. Because I should just sell this shovel. And then buy a new one. And to do that, I need to put this one away. Trying to think of other things to yap about. I have played more Kirby Air Riders. I still... that game existing is so surreal. Like, with how long it's been, I don't think I can be blamed for not thinking there'd ever be another Kirby Air Ride. And that the fact it's so good. Like, it not only feels like the developer behind it is getting to do what he wants to do, because, I mean, that's what's going on, but, like, it really feels like a love letter to all of the Kirby Air Ride fans. And I love that. Even down to, like, if you've not played Kirby Air Ride but played Smash Bros. Melee, you will recognize the menus and the sounds, because they used the same menus, the same sounds. Like, it's freaking awesome, man. But yeah, I have not seen a single bug today, so may not be able to actually sell any bugs to Flick. I'm gonna see if I can find some hermit crabs, because those are technically bugs. Wait, there's a bug. Got you, you dung beetle. I should probably also build snowman. Oh, there was another one. I could have had 2 dung beetles. But instead, I only have 1. But, yeah, it's such a good game. I've also played a little more Sonic Cross Worlds, and I've yet to find a character and vehicle combination that really clicks for me. Like, playing solo, Amy in a acceleration vehicle kinda worked. But I decided to poke around at some of the other characters, and just, I can't get any of them to really work for me. I also tried poking some online stuff, and oh boy, that's a bit of a mistake. Not that, like, the online's bad or anything, but, like, there is a mechanic to Sonic Cross Worlds where basically you have your license, and it gains, it gains levels the more you win races. And having a maxed out license is definitely an advantage. I didn't quite get me right. And by we, I mean you. I thought you were just going for good enough. But is good enough really good enough for a snow person? No! You have to put your whole heart into it. Every flake matters. Because I'm feeling kind of so-so right now. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, like, very much playing online, I am at a disadvantage. Oh, Steven! Sorry, I was preoccupied. Like my life. No, you're not moving. Nope. 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 I just have to cancel my moving plans after hearing you say that. Honestly, the idea of me leaving here is making me sad. Glad you convinced me to stay for good. You're staying? Not having a villager move out this late. And I'm going to carry this into New Leaf as well. I will give myself 1 villager I'm allowed to keep. I need to commit to that as well. So, like, I can't just change it if I get another villager that I like more. If I decide to use that one, I've used it. That's a villager that I am going to keep. The only exception will be is if they move out anyway. Because I'm pretty sure that can happen. If they think about moving and you don't see them think about it, they'll just move. So, you know. Which is also why your other villagers will tell you, like, hey, this person's thinking about moving. Maybe you should go talk to them. But, like, it is possible to miss that. So, you know. I will have that 1. And I'll have to commit to it. Otherwise, whenever an animal wants to move, they move. Which, until I pick that 1 to keep, is going to make every villager wanting to move something I have to think about. Jeez, I'm getting no hermit crabs. Just none. The hermit crab is just gone, I guess. So I have a dung beetle. Well, I mean, that is something. It's better than nothing. It's gonna make guessing... Whoop! Mayfly. That's 2 bugs. It's still gonna make guessing the price probably a bit easier, but also a bit harder. I'm gonna be a lot stricter on myself. I'm gonna have to get, you know, 3 digits correct. Now, I could cheat and go to the sell box and see what price it is there and then, like, double it, but I'm not gonna. 2 bugs. He's gonna call it a whole swarm, but I'm gonna say between a dung beetle and I call it a mayfly, damselfly. 1,850 bells. Holy crap, dung beetles are worth a lot. I knew the damselfly was a 50. So I was kind of cheating there. I just thought the dung beetle was only going to be like 1,500 or like 1,600. Not freaking like 5,000. Yeah, I'm kind of losing thought processes. So it's probably a good idea for me to like probably end this off here soon. I need to eat, and then I might actually just go to bed. I am very tired. I woke up at like... I had an alarm set for 7. I was awake by 5. I went to bed at 11:30. I'm very tired. So I don't know why my hair does this with this shirt specifically. Like, I could fix that by, like, just pulling the hair around, and then it can't do that on its own, but... I'm not the biggest fan of the Moist Critical look. It looks good on Charlie. Don't get me wrong. Charlie looks pretty fine. But this doesn't look good on me. It just doesn't. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for the second to last day of the year. See you all then.